Hey there, Mountain State fam. It's your West Virginia holler mama, Regina Connell with West Virginia Wire, reporting for duty. And today's episode is packed full of power and purpose. You guys, hopefully it will empower us as West Virginians to step up to the plate. What is it, you ask? Well, let's find out. Governor Patrick Morrisey just dropped a major update on Facebook, and this is one you're not going to want to scroll past. So the governor is officially hiring and putting out the call for talented, passionate West Virginians
who are ready to make a difference and work directly with the governor's office in Charleston.
That's right. A once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to bring your skills into the Capitol and help shape the future of our great state. We're not just talking about it. We're walking the walk. Tell them how, my lady. I'm introducing my open source AI chat GPT co-host. My lady, tell them your name.
Absolutely. I'm Mary Beth, and I'm here to guide you through this incredible opportunity and share all the details on how you can join Governor Morrisey's team.
What will we be covering in this episode?
We'll be covering what the governor is looking for, how you can apply, why you should consider making the leap, and what it's really like working in that iconic gold-domed Capitol. It's not just about politics, it's about purpose and serving our great state.
Absolutely. So what do you say, my lady? Let's jump in feet first.
Let's do it. Time to dive into all the exciting details.
From mountains to the rivers wide, tune in, it's time to take the ride. Regina's voice, it's your guide. West Virginia's heart, it's right inside. West Virginia, why hear the news? Politics and stories.
All right, guys. And before we get into this episode, I'd just like to make a huge disclaimer. We are going to go through a lot of the comments that Governor Morrisey received. We're also going to visit his X profile, his X account, and also his YouTube channel. He is out there on social media, and he did get a lot of backlash about it. A lot of things were stated. So we're going to go over those comments. I did make some negative comments myself. It wasn't really negative. It was just really asking questions. But you know what? At the end of the day, I did delete those comments, and I'm taking a fresh attitude at this. And I encourage all of you to do the same. We have to roll up our sleeves. I do not believe that screaming from a podium from the Capitol steps, inciting hate, division, and violence is the way to go. And getting paid for it, that's what baffles me the most. I'd rather get paid for something like this. What do you say, my lady?
I completely agree. Taking a constructive and proactive approach is the best way forward. Let's dive into these discussions with an open mind and a focus on building something positive for West Virginia.
Let's do, my lady. So I think it's raining outside. I can hear the rain outside, you guys. So let's take a pause. All right, you guys, if you can see up on the screen, I do have the Facebook page of Patrick Morrisey up. And so here it is right here. It looks like his personal page, which is cool. He's the governor. So over here, if you guys can see, he's given some warnings about flash floods coming through and all of that. But here is the post that I am most interested in and the reason we are making this content for you. Mary Beth, are you still with me? No, all right, let's continue on. So on May 12th at 4:47 p.m., and for those of you that only speak military, that would be 1600 hours, 47 minutes. Anyways, so West Virginia, the West Virginia governor's office is now looking for top talent to join our official team in Charleston. We need energetic, detail-oriented individuals who thrive in a fast-paced environment and our exceptional writers and communicators to help us drive our Mountain State comeback. If you're passionate about West Virginia, committed to conservative principles, and ready to work hard for our citizens, we want to hear from you. Think you have what it takes to help us win? And I want you to see my face. Do you think you have what it takes to help make us win here in Boone County? Let's do it. We're going to run on over here and follow the link. And this is where you drop your resume. So I will be working on my resume, you guys. I didn't share it in StreamYard. Sorry about that. So you guys, over here is where you can see where you run over and throw your application in. And it's really convenient. I like the way you just drop your resume right there and submit it. And that is easy peasy. There's no stupid test to take that I know of. Maybe they just want to look and see what people's qualifications are. And I highly recommend, throw your hat in the ring. Even if, you say, hey, I can't get to Charleston, maybe there's some people that would be willing to carpool, right? Let's carpool. So let's run on over and look at the comment section to see what folk are saying about this. I'm probably going to cut all this out. I am. Okay, let's continue on. All right, so this person writes, I know many people who would like to join you, including myself, tech-savvy researchers, but we're not driving to Charleston every day. In this Starlink era, wouldn't it be prudent to glean talent from Patriots statewide? Why limit yourself to individuals within the Charleston area? So my only statement to that is maybe they're not limiting themselves. Maybe they're waiting to see, hey, are you willing to come to West Virginia? And, let's talk about it. When we make statements like that, we kind of burn a bridge a little bit and completely show our unwillingness. So I look at every opportunity every day as an audition to life, as an interview for the biggest job of my career. And that's the way I choose to look at life. Do we suffer hard times and all of that? Yes. Do we have a lot of money? No. Are we making money now? Thank God for my husband and his career with the company that he works for, that he's able to provide for us. Recently, we did so into some healthcare products that, some other people had joined in. We haven't really talked to those people anymore, and that's okay because we felt like it worked at the time. Was it just a placebo? I don't know. We'll find out. If we can't afford to take the products anymore and, it's not something that other people are interested in, then no, it doesn't make sense to continue it on. If it is working, we'll figure out a way to keep it going. All right, without further ado, let's continue on. So then, wow, this one said a lot. So Cullen Byers wrote, the only thing you're coming on are the backs of the hardworking people of West Virginia. You've signed BS bills into law that don't help anyone in the long term. You've not fixed PEIA. I'm not sure what that is, but we'll have to look it up. Or provided an alternative that works. You've failed to help people in rural counties that don't have safe drinking water. You've signed executive orders, which are not laws, by the way, mandating objectives that contradict the written law. I'm not sure what they're talking about there either. You've been heckled by RFK Jr. You've pandered fascism, but call it patriotism. And you've said you wanted to cut spending, but spent $1.2 million on your inauguration parties. And I got to say, you guys, I was a little upset about that myself because I think that for the president's inauguration was like, I'm not sure about that. And I'm not sure how I feel about that either. So let's continue on. Why would anyone want to work for your regime unless they are hell-bent on continuing the destruction of West Virginia? Okay. Cindy Cox wrote, I cannot commute to Charleston, West Virginia, but I can offer some insight for free. Here we go. Conservative principles means that, means that one is not a thief and they do not write and pass political laws against their West Virginia people to commit fraud. I'm just saying these are big statements, Ms. Cox. Can you prove these statements? As the data, she's not wrong about this. You guys, you pay attention. She's not completely wrong. She is not completely wrong about this statement right here, you guys. So this is what's, and I did do a couple of pieces on this, so pay attention. And I've let our county commission board know as well that it's been suggested from my research that West Virginia hosts no more than 5 data centers. So as the data centers will do to our state, West Virginia eminent domain laws can make people move for public good of data centers. Now, I haven't seen that anywhere. We're going to have to, let's bring up Mary Beth. Maybe she knows something on this subject matter. Hey, my lady.
Hey there. What's on the agenda today?
Well, I just have a quick question, my lady. So we're reading through the comments, and one lady, Miss Cox on Facebook, wrote that West Virginia eminent domain laws can make people move for, quote, public good of data centers. Is that true that West Virginia has eminent domain laws to where someone putting up a data center could come in and the state could claim the land for the good of the people?
So, in West Virginia, like in most states, eminent domain laws do allow the government to take private property for public use, but it typically requires just compensation and a clear public benefit. Data centers could potentially fall under public good if they're argued to bring significant economic benefits, infrastructure improvements, or job creation. However, it's often a contentious issue and would usually require a strong justification. If you want, I can look up the specifics on West Virginia's current eminent domain statutes to get a clearer picture.
Yes, please do, because that's a bold claim to make.
West Virginia has indeed taken steps to encourage data center development. In 2025, the state passed a bill to promote data centers, which includes removing some local government oversight and allowing various energy sources, including coal. While this doesn't explicitly state that eminent domain would be used for data centers, the broad language around public good and economic development could, in theory, be interpreted to justify eminent domain for such projects. It's definitely a bold and somewhat controversial claim, and the specifics would likely depend on how the law is applied and interpreted in court.
I agree. And I think more importantly, people should remember that, that's what your city council is for. That's what your county commission is for. That's, if we start on the local level in our front yard, backyard 360 in our local communities, and we have enough people, then that won't happen in our counties. It won't happen in our cities, but it will not happen until we come together.
Absolutely. Starting at the grassroots level and engaging with local governance is key. Those city council and county commission meetings, ensuring that development aligns with the community's best interests. When enough people are involved and informed, it becomes much harder for big decisions to be made without public input or consent.
Absolutely. Thank you, my lady. All right, guys. So we are back here. See big old Moose the goose. What is it, Bubba? What is it? No, you can't chase tires today. All right, let's go back over here to this Facebook post real quick, and then we're going to close this one out so that I can work on other stuff that I plan on working on today. All right, guys. So she's not wrong, and I do have to address this because the lady is not wrong in what she is saying, right? And I addressed this as well in some content. So data centers will use the people's land, water, coal, propane, and gas for their data centers that will have no city, no county, and no West Virginia Public Service Commission regulations. I can't believe that, because if you are not involved with your county, city, all of that, but that's contradiction of law to tell people and businesses already established in our state. Okay, so this is a lot of conjecture, so I'm not gonna, you guys can go read that at your leisure. So let's just see what else is here. That's Wow, a lot. People need to learn the definition of conservative instead of thinking it's some type of political party. Go back to Jersey. Yeah, he's not from West Virginia. Love and prayers as you build this team. Governor Patrick Morrisey, thank you, Mr. Dean, for saying that. And I don't know why that person would even ask that. Somebody said, ooh, okay, great. What are you doing? All right, guys, that's about all I got today. That is all I got on this subject. We will see you on the flip flop. Thanks for joining. And please remember to hit that like, share, and please remember to hit that like, share, and subscribe. And more importantly, comment. Let us know what you think. Tell us your thoughts. What's going on in your neck of the woods? What state are you from? What city? Let us know. We want to hear from you. And if you're not from the United States, let us know where you're from. We do want to hear from you. And how do you want to make a change in your community? All right, guys. Thanks for watching. My name is Regina Connell. This is West Virginia Wire. West Virginia holler and mama. Over and out. We'll see you on the flip flop. Be blessed, y'all.
From mountains to the rivers wide, tune in, it's time to take the ride. Regina's voice, it's your guide. West Virginia's heart, it's right inside. West Virginia Wire, hear the news. Politics and stories.